All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, I'm back at you with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And I pray that this lesson is edifying. All right. Just wanted to land back off a definition that the brother Tazamak brought out yesterday at camp. Thought it was edifying. Just wanted to build upon it. But in this lesson, I wanted to speak on the kingdom, in which the scriptures also refer to as heavenly Jerusalem, which is the elect. Okay, the first fruits, basically the original priesthood from the beginning of time. Okay, and excuse me. And first and foremost, like the scriptures say, the kingdom of heaven, starts with the Lord's men. Let's make that point. All right, this is Luke chapter 17 and verse 20, and it reads, it says, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai cometh not with observation. Verse 21, Luke 17:21, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai is within you. All right. So the kingdom of heaven, okay, because remember, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. All right. So the kingdom of heaven starts with the Lord's men, the elect, those who possess the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to lead them into everlasting life. All right. Which is going to lead them into salvation, man. All right. The scriptures also say, oh, men have I called. Oh, you men have I called. Revelation 21, which we'll get there too. The tabernacle of the Most High is with is with men. All right. So the kingdom of heaven starts with them. All right. But the point I also want to make too, all right, before we get into the lesson, is that we're coming into the time where we're going to be changed. Okay. We're going to put on those new spiritual bodies. We're going to take on our new form under that second covenant, which is the new covenant. Let's go there real quick too. I was thinking about that as well. This is Hebrews, the 8th chapter. All right, Hebrews chapter 8, verse 6, it says, but now have you obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, and Yahweh Shai is the mediator. All right. He is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. All right, let's read those promises. All right, a new covenant. As you can see, the link up, the precept, Jeremiah 31 and verse 31 through 34. All right, says the same thing as we're reading here. All right, Hebrews 8 and 7. It says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place been sought for the second. All right, because Israel as a whole went off. All right, we couldn't keep that first covenant. Reading on. Hebrews 8 and 8, finding fault with them, Israel, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Verse 9, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. Verse 10, it says, Hebrews 8 and 10, it says, for this is my covenant, okay, the new covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, all right, the kingdom, all right, the kingdom of heaven. After those days, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, I will put my laws into their mind, and I will write them in their hearts. The Lord is going to take out that stony heart, okay, and give us a heart of flesh. The law, statutes, commandments, the ways of righteousness are going to be embedded in us, all right. We're going to be changed. We're going to take on perfect, sinless bodies, man, under that new covenant. Okay. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. See, verse 11, it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, right. So we wouldn't be out there with the 12 tribe sign, Jake. You know, asking every brother that every Jake that walked by, you know, you're an Israelite. You know, where you fall at on this sign, brother. That's not going to be going on at that time. Right? And they should not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me. All right. So under that new covenant, all of the Israelites on the planet Earth are going to know the Lord, man. Is that happening right now? No, it's not. Right? Saying, know the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their righteousness. Salakia. For I will be merciful unto their righteousness. I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. You see that? That's what you call true mercy, man. Right? But that's the times that we're coming into. So anyway, moving on. Just wanted to make those points there. All right. But like I was saying, the brother Tazamak had brought this out in the camp, was real heavy. So we're going to touch on it. This is Hebrews 13. Okay. Hebrews 13 and 14, straight to the point. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right. And we don't have, as Israelites, we don't have a continuous city here, man. Babylon the Great is not our rest. Right. But we seek one to come, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. Right. Let's go into this word city.
Strong's G 4172, Polis. All
right, for that word city. And it says a city, one's native city, the city in which one lives, the heavenly Jerusalem. You see that? The heavenly Jerusalem, which represents the elect, right? It says the abode of the blessed in heaven. Okay, now real quick before I read on, let's make that point about the heavenly Jerusalem. All right, that's Hebrews 12, right? Heavenly Jerusalem. Okay, so this is Hebrews 12 and 22. It says, but you are come unto Mount Zion, unto the city of the living power. Okay, heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels, right? This is the elect, the first fruits, man. Right? It says, to the general assembly of the church of the firstborn. All right, the firstborn, the original priesthood from the beginning. Okay, the first fruits, which we're going back to that. We're going back to that position. If we're part of the elect, we're going to be put back in that position. To the general assembly of the church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to power the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. And let me add on to that, because I said we're going back to that position, pursuing to Isaiah, right? Isaiah 1 and 26, right? This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 26. And it reads, it says, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, right? Genesis 1 and 1, the Alahayim, the powers, the angels, okay? That original priesthood, right? The judges, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. You see? This was going to happen, all right, in the kingdom. It says, thy counselor as at the beginning, afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. That's the government, man. Okay, that's that priesthood that's going to be set up over the earth, man. The house of David. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So the city of righteousness, thou should be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. See? So going back, all right, where were we at? Back in matter of fact, let me get another quick scripture. Let me see what this says. Bear with me. Revelation 14 and 4. Hold on. All right. Yeah, Revelation 14 and verse 4, and it reads, and these are they which would not defile with women. Okay, the women represent the seducing philosophies of the world. Okay, these are they which would not defile with women, for they are virgins. All right, meaning these men, the elect, they stayed pure. All right, to sound doctrine, to the truth, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They weren't defiled with women. Right, the ways of the world, the philosophies and false doctrines. It says, these are they which follow the land whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the power and to the Lamb. And their mouth was found, and in their mouth was found no guile, right? No deceit, no lies, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So going back to that mercy, all right, the elect are going to be found blameless, okay, without sin and without transgression when they stand before the throne of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord willing, that's us. So let's go back to that Hebrews, right? And I pray I'm not too much all over the place, right? But let's read this real quick in the let's read this in the NLT. We're gonna read them same two verses before we go back to that Hebrews 13. All right. So this is damn, they took the NLT off. Oh, okay, here we go. This is Hebrews 12 and 22, right? Hebrews 12:22. NLT, it says, no, you have come to Mount Zion, the city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to countless and thousands of angels in a joyful gathering. All right. Next verse. All right. Verse 23. You have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children. Okay. The first fruits. Okay. The elect, the original priesthood from the beginning. All right. As the elder breaks down in his lessons beautifully, man, you know, we're fighting to be put back into that position, that lot. You have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children whose names are written in heaven. You have come to God himself, who is the judge over all things. You have come to the spirits of the righteous ones in heaven who have now been made perfect, man. So we're going to take on my point. We're going to take on that back, you know, be put back in our true form. You know, we're going to be put into those spiritual bodies. But let's go back to that Hebrews, right? That definition, because these are all the stuff that was popping up when I was reading this definition. And I pray, you know, this lesson be edifying. But this is back in Hebrews 13 and 14. Reading again, Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right. So going back to that word for city, which is polis or polis. Right. So it said the heavenly Jerusalem. We just went through that. With who's heavenly Jerusalem, what that means. It says the abode of the blessed in heaven. See, it says of the visible capital in the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world by fire. That's heavy, man. Okay. The elect, which would be, like I said, of the visible capital of the heavenly kingdom, because when they show you in the Christian church, they actually show you New Jerusalem being a city that's descending down from the heavens on the earth. No, this is actually going to be the body of the elect. All right. That's going to come forth out of the chariots after that destruction. Okay. To set up order on the earth, to establish the kingdom. Right. It says of the visible capital. Okay. Because the capital would basically be the, you know, the government, man. You know, those first fruits, the visible capital in the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world by fire. So after that destruction, right? And this proves that, because what does it tell you in Isaiah? That we're going to go up. The elect are going to go up. Okay, this is Isaiah 26 in verse 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. That's the chariot. Okay, the elect are going to get beamed up. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. So the elect are going to have to get beamed up into those chariots to escape the destruction. That's the prophecy, man. Okay, they're going to go up and they're going to go up into the chariots of the Lord. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. That's the destruction. All right. So the elect are going to be upon those chariots for a specific time. Okay. Until the indignation be overpassed and they come down. right? Verse 21, it says, for behold, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai is coming to judge the earth, man, the world. He's coming to visit the world which he made. All right, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Quick precept. All right. This is Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, and that's the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. You see, come up hither. The elect are going to be beamed up. Beam me up, Scotty. Right? Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. All right. That's the chariot. And their enemies beheld them. All right. So the enemies of the elect are going to see them being taken up into the clouds of heaven, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. All right. The strangeness. What does it say? The terribleness and strangeness of their salvation. All right. The salvation of the elect will be seen in the end. All right. Verse 13, it says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake. What is that great earthquake? That's going to be that nuclear destruction. The missiles hitting the earth, the warheads hitting the earth. And the 10th part of the city fell, which is Babylon, America. And the earthquake, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, which that number 7 represents completion. So it's going to be a complete destruction, right? And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Why were the remnant affrighted? Because they were taken up in the midst of that. All right, come up hither, enter thou into thy chambers, until the indignation be overpassed. Right, brothers, and had testimonies and dreams about this very prophecy. You know, as they were getting beamed up in the dream, they saw the missiles coming down on the earth. So it says, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Right. You know, you're going to give glory to Yahweh Shema Shai. You make it out of that. Right. Revelation, the 15th chapter. You know, John the Revelator saw the fire. Matter of fact, we'll get that next. Revelation 11 and 14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, which is World War III. All right. The apocalypse, so-called, right? Let's make that point in Revelation 15, that fire that was mingled with glass, right? Because it said the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Real quick. It's Revelation 15 and 1, a scene of heaven. Revelation 15 and 1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, right? Which is the destruction. Okay. You read about that in Revelation 7. You know, the angels are holding back the 4 winds of over the earth, which is that destruction. And those 7 last plagues, because the plagues, that shows you that nuclear destruction, the second death, is also a plague. You know, it says 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. See that? And that's the elect aboard those chariots looking down upon the earth on fire. They're going to be able to see it. Like Elder Apostle Tahar said, man, the elect are going to have those front row seats, all right, to see Babylon the Great on fire in various parts of the earth from the heavens on those chariots. Revelation 15 and 2, and I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them, the remnant, the elect, and them that had gotten victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark. See? And over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of power. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of power, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. All right. So, hey, the elect are going to be rejoicing, as we read. They're going to give glory to Yahweh Shema Shai for this marvelous act that just took place. Right. Verse 4. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and glorify thy name, IUIC? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. You see that? And the judgments of Babylon the Great will be seen on the earth. The elect will witness that according to the prophecy, right? But going back, just wanted to make that point. Let's go back to that definition. Okay. So we understand. So reading it again, that definition under the word city, it says of the visible capital of the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world by fire. Okay. This is going to be, that's the time where this prophecy speak about the new heaven and new earth. All right. So the destruction is necessary in order for us to obtain a new heaven and a new earth. Right. Let's see if some more in the lexicon, used of heavenly Jerusalem, the abode of the blessed in heaven. Here we go. In the visions of the apocalypse, it is used of the visible capital of the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world. So after the destruction, the second death, all right, the elect are going to come out of those chariots. Let's go there. Revelation 21, right? A new heaven and new earth, right? Revelation 21:1, it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. You see that? That's this current world. All right. Esau's world was passed away, destroyed. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven. All right. That's the elect with those new spiritual bodies. All right. Coming out of the chariots. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh Shema Shai out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. All right. You got to imagine them bodies that we're going to have, man. We're going to come down. We're going to come down after the destruction, Lord willing. We are the elect. We're going to come out of those chariots as gods, man. All right. Ready to establish order in the earth. All right. To purge out the rebels, pursuing the Ezekiel, the 20th chapter. All right. Because remember, the law is going to be the standard. The law is going to be the order, the way of life on the earth. Okay. Under the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Yasha Allah. Verse 3, Revelation 21:3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is with men, linking it up of what we spoke on earlier. All right. The kingdom of heaven starts with the Lord's men. Oh, you men have I called. All right. The Lord said the out of his flock was men. Right. That's in Ezekiel, I believe, chapter 34. Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is with men. All right. The Lord, he deals with Israel. He dwells with Jerusalem through the tabernacle. But now the tabernacle is going to be his men. All right. The bodies are the temple. All right. His elect men, the first fruits. Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai himself shall be with them and be their power. All right. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there should be no more death. You see that? There ain't gonna be no more death, man. Under that second covenant, under the new covenant, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna get sick. There's gonna be no more sorrow, no more death. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. You see that? For the former things are passed away, going back to what? The old world. Okay, the way of life that we're living under now, that we've been subjected to. All right, this is going to pass away. So linking it back up with Hebrews 13:14, for here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. It makes sense, right? Because the former things are about to be passed away. Jake, who can't see past Babylon, the great America, right? Verse 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. That's the renovation, like it said in the definition. That's the renovation after that fire, that destruction, the apocalypse. Behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful, man. So Yahweh Shai is coming to make all things new, right? Acts chapter 3. Okay. This is the book of Acts chapter 3 and verse 20. It says that he shall send Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which before was preached unto you, whom heaven must receive, all right, because he went back to the right hand of the Father. He was risen up, whom heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah have spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began, all right? The kingdom of heaven was always pushed by the prophets. The restitution of all things, the renewal. As Yahweh Shai said, I make all things new. Let's get this word for restitution.
Strong's G 605. Apokatastasis. Apokatastasis.
For that word restitution, it says restoration. See? A true theocracy, which is going to be what? The order. Yahweh, okay, Yahweh Shai, King David, you know, the 12, the 144,000. That's going to be the governing body. That's going to be the true theocracy, the righteous government set up on the earth. It says of the perfect state before the fall. You see? Of the fall of who? Of our first parents. All right, Adam and Eve. Okay, the world is going to go back to paradise. All right, we're going to have a truly perfect world. Okay, in that time to come. That's the restitution. That's what Yahweh Shah is coming to bring after this destruction. Right? It says, yeah, that was it. So let's read on. Acts 3 and 22, it says, For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren like unto me. Him shall you hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. This is foreshadowing and prophesying about Yahweh Shah coming. Right? It says, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. All right. What's another scripture? It just left me, Salakia. There's another scripture I wanted to add on. Oh, Matthew, I think it's Matthew 6, right? Let's see. Bear with me. Hold on. Regeneration. We always bring out this definition. Regeneration. All right. And the regeneration. Matthew 19. There we go. The disciples' reward. All right. This is Matthew 19 and 27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? All right. So this is what Peter was asking Yahweh Shai. You know, we basically we've forsaken our lives, you know, to follow. You know, what should we do? What should we have therefore? What shall be the reward? This is what he's asking Yahweh Shai. Verse 28, Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, reincarnation, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, which is going to be in the kingdom of heaven, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's the elect. That's the government, man. That's going to establish order on the earth alongside with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The earth is going to be ruled over the law in the law, statute, commandments, right? But the point, that word regeneration, all right, just tying it all in. Regeneration.
Strong's G 3824. Polygenesia. Polygenesia.
All right, for that word regeneration, it says new birth, reproduction, renewal, recreation, regeneration. This is what Yahweh Shah is bringing. He's bringing a new heaven, a new earth. He said, behold, I make all things new. Right? Hence, renovation, regeneration, the production of a new life consecrated to the Most High, a radical change of mind for the better. Right? Hey, those better promises, those new bodies, being immortal, having the stony heart taken out and put in the heart of flesh, being righteous. The word is often used to denote the restoration of a thing to its pristine state, perfection. It's renovation as a renewal or restoration of life after death, the renovation of earth after the deluge, the renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire. All right. So you see why the nuclear destruction is necessary, Jake. That has to happen, pursuing the second Esdras, the 4th chapter. You know, the thing that's sown with good cannot be sown until roughly paraphrasing, until this destruction passes by. This kingdom has to be destroyed in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. Right? And it's going to happen after the fire. Right? The signal and glorious change of all things in heaven and in earth for the better. The restoration of the primal and perfect condition of things which existed before the fall of our first parents. Right? Going back to Adam and Eve, which the Jews look for in the connection of the advent of the Messiah, which Christians or Israelites expected in connection with the visible return of Yahweh Shai from heaven. All right. So this is what's going to happen. This is going to be that glorious change of all things in heaven and earth when Yahweh Shai comes back. We're talking about total paradise, man. Let's get this too, because we talked about the change, right? I saw our brothers posted in the chat, right? Let's make that point real quick, because we're going to be upgraded. We're going to be changed. We're going to take on perfection, all right? And this is the mystery, right? This is 1 Corinthians 15:47. It says, the first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven. As is the earthy, such also they also that are earthy. Salakia. 1 Corinthians 15:48, as is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy, and as the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. Okay, there's an upgrade that's coming. As we have borne the image of the earthy, okay, these terrestrial bodies, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. You see that? So we're going to take on those that celestial nature. Okay, we're going to take on the nature of the heavens, man, the angels. 1 John chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. We're going to take on the form of Yahweh Shai. We shall be like him and see him as he is. Right? And that's going to happen under the second covenant, the new covenant. Verse 50, it says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of power, neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Right? Because we're going to have to be changed. And the moment we hit them chariots, as the apostles and elders always go into, we're going to be changed instantly. Behold, I show you a mystery. This is a mystery. We shall not all sleep, right? Not all of us are going to die, but we shall all be changed. We're all going to be changed. If we're part of the elect, we're going to be changed, all right, in the time of that deliverance, all right? It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Okay? We're going to take on the new spiritual bodies, our new form. All right? The form that we had from the beginning of time, if we are those men. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, meaning these corruptible bodies, this wicked flesh. We're going to shed that and put on incorruption, perfection. And this mortal must put on immortality, see? We're going to live forever. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then it shall be brought to pass that is Salakia. Then it shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. All right, because there's not going to be any more death, as we read in Revelation 21. All right, we're going to have those perfect bodies. We're not going to sin. So death is going to be swallowed up in victory. We're going to win over death, just like Yahweh Shah did. All right. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? You see that? You know, because the wages of sin is death, right? And sin is no longer going to reign in our members, right? In our bodies. The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is in the law. See, and the strength of sin is the law, which the law, statute, commandments are going to be embedded in us. You see? But thanks be to the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. You see that? Beautiful, man. Verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. See that? For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we understand that there's a reward that's coming, man. You know, we're laboring for this very cause, to be changed, to be upgraded, you know, to put on perfection, you know, to be a part of that government, man, the house of David, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. You know, that's how everything hit me in the spirit. You know, I pray I wasn't too all over the place, you know, just tying the kingdom and heavenly Jerusalem, you know. But I'm gonna leave it like that. You know, I pray this lesson was edifying. The water for the precepts on the comment board. You know, pray that you were edified. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom.